Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome to Overwatch. This is the first footage I've been able to show you of my actual gameplay other than, my game of the match that I've recorded while I was in Prague. I was invited to the first wave of the beta, thankfully. So very happy for that. What you're going to be seeing on the screen is me playing Winston. This was from one of the live stream matches. I wasn't streaming at the time. But Rui was on the Squadron channel. So you guys got to see his point of view here. He did an amazing job with Zenyatta. And I think I did a pretty damn good job on Winston too, and I wanted to share it. I'm not too sure how I want to structure content for this game yet. I'm going to have to do some meditating on that. I'm going to have to try to figure it out. Maybe once I have a little bit more time with the game, it'll come a little bit easier, but that's what she said. But as of right now, I find it incredibly hard to commentate and play this game at the same time. I mean, some people wonder how I do it in Heroes. Watch this, by the way. I'm about to jump in on this Widowmaker. Oh, I love Winston. I'll talk about why I do momentarily. Don't worry. But as of right now, I find it incredibly difficult to talk and play this game at the same time. It's like all of my focus has to be on what I'm doing. It's just such a new experience. It's so fast-paced. There's so much going on. There's ultimates going off in every direction. Enemy team flanking in from all sides at any point in the game. It's just so much to take in. Right here, for instance, as I'm using my ultimate and just going in on the Zenyatta, the point's being taken over, and I didn't even notice that because I was so tunnel-visioned on what I was trying to do to, push them back to try to hold that choke point. Now that I've played Overwatch at home, I have had a few opportunities to play it prior to its release. I was invited out to the Blizzard HQ not very long before the Lucio announcement was made for that character being added into the game. And then I was also able to play it in Prague for the Heroes European Championship for the road to BlizzCon. I have to say, now that I've actually played it at home and I've actually been able to just go up against random people that don't have a fucking clue what they're doing and coordinate with 6 people on my team and try to come with some cohesion, I have to say that I have more faith in where the game can go now than I ever have before, ever. And it's so encouraging. As far as what's going on right now, I went on a little bit of a rampage on Winston there, but unfortunately the enemy team did push through. They did capture that A point, which we were trying to defend. And this is me trying to get a feel for, how Winston's abilities actually work. So he has an ability on his shift, which allows him to jump very far into the air. It feels so amazing. Oh, it feels so good to fly through the air as a giant gorilla. And he also has his E ability, which drops like a dome shield on the ground. And what I really like about Winston, when I played him initially at the Blizz HQ, I didn't get this. I didn't make this connection. He is the most intimidating character in the game, I think, to have just dropped down on you. You'll see me going after these Widowmakers, the sniper on the enemy team. You'll see me going after Reapers, after Hanzos, after Pharahs, and they just don't know how to deal with me when I get close to them. He has 500 health, a ton of health, and really the only weakness I think he has is his gun. It does a little bit of a chain lightning effect. It's pretty cool once you actually get it going. But just how mobile this big ball of health is one of the most fun things I've ever done in this game, and I've played a fair amount of Overwatch at this point. Since I've been in the beta, I've pretty much been playing it non-stop, and of course we already talked about it. I played it prior to the beta as well. I tried just about every character except for Winston and except for Bastion because I just didn't think I would care for them. But now that I've given them a chance, and this is really my first game giving him a chance, it is so much damn fun. I go into everything without fear. Just balls deep every engage I go in, and somehow I walk out of it. Now, Rui is doing a great job of healing me with the Zenyatta regen globe. I don't remember what it's called. It's called the Harmony Orb, as it pops up onto the screen right now. That Zenyatta can attach that to one hero, and then it'll stay attached to them until that hero dies, or Zenyatta dies, or Zenyatta attaches it to another person. And as you can see, whenever we get someone engaging in here, it's my job to just instantaneously be on top of them, do whatever it takes to get them out of this room. This is our second and final point that we have to hold on the map, so the enemy team is trying to do everything they can to get in here. This Tracer actually putting up a very commendable fight. Nearly took me down, but with the regen globe on me, with the Orb of Harmony on me, it was a little bit too much for her. I want to talk about his gun a little bit because it's weird. So I mentioned you do a chain lightning effect with it, but it has 100 charge in a clip, I guess you could say, but that goes by so fast. And you just kind of arc electricity in front of you nonstop. Here I can see this Reaper coming in, and I'm going to try to flank him. Pharah here as well. As you can see, not a problem. Pharah did get eliminated almost immediately. Uh-oh. We are taking some damage from the Reaper. The dome going down. We do get some help from Tracer, and we're just going to be fine. His gun's really weird because it's hard to judge the range on it. You know, most guns in this game, they shoot projectiles. There isn't much of a range on them, generally speaking, other than a few outliers like Hanzo. You just kind of shoot projectiles. But this, it's like you have to be close to someone. You have to be right next to them. And that definitely, there was an adjustment phase there. I had to get used to that. Once you start chain lightning heroes, though, I'm not going to lie to you. It does not do much damage. I've walked up on some Zaryas before, and it took like 2.5 clips of direct damage, not missing at all, to take that target down. The enemy team is playing a lot of squishy, like really high damage but low health heroes, and in the beta right now, a lot of that is going on. Everyone seems to want the glory for themselves. They want to be able to jump in, kill the entire enemy team. Oh, watch this, watch this. This is my favorite part of the match. Pharah coming in from the outside. We are going to get knocked back here, and then we're just going to use our ape jump without any hesitation at all to defy gravity and land right back on the platform. That was one of the best moments of that whole match. I lost my shit. I started yelling. I didn't know what to do. But everyone's playing these really low health characters. On the screen, you've seen Tracer, you've seen Reaper, you've seen Junkrat, I believe. You've seen Pharah. I think they have a McCree now. I can't remember the characters I've listed, but you'll notice none of these are tanks, none of these are healers. They're all just super high damage characters. As Reaper goes in for the ultimate there, we drop the barrier to keep ourselves alive. The barrier, I think, has a 10 or 11 second cooldown somewhere in that neighborhood, and it soaks up a fair amount of damage while it's up. And it will protect anyone inside as well. So I probably should be using it a little more often. Just dropping it and then trying to duel people in it. One of the strategies that I've found most effective with it is trying to dance in and out of it when I'm fighting someone. So usually when you hop in on someone, right, they get the primal rage inflicting them very soon after. Like this Widowmaker, for instance. I hopped in, Widowmaker, oh my god, I have to run away. So I drop the barrier right when I jump in. The people usually move out of it, and then I can kind of dance in and out of the barrier to try to kill them, like I do with this Hanzo right here. As you can see, he was trying to back up. I just dropped my barrier and did the damage I needed to do to him. Winston is so incredibly good at disruption, so incredibly good at jumping in, scaring the shit out of people, and dealing damage to squishies. I love his playstyle. I am pinpoint accurate with this jump now. I have become the jump master of Overwatch with Winston, and I never thought I would enjoy this character at all. He really didn't seem like it was for me. I tried him at Blizzard, I hated his gun, and immediately switched to something else. But now that I've sat down, really gotten used to this playstyle, I have become a very big Winston fanboy. The pin from from Reinhardt coming in there, ending my 12 kill streak. But as you guys saw, I was not scared at all during that 12 kill streak. I was being hyper aggressive. When a member of the enemy team came in, I was on top of that instantly, without fear. Here you see me jumping in. On the enemy team is Pharah, is trying to do the dance with the barrier, but she's going in for the kill. We only have 1 minute left to defend this, so the enemy team is pretty much in a desperate situation to try to get in here and end the game. The barrier going down there, trying to protect the team members on the inside, not necessarily to protect me. And I have no idea how McCree died so fast there. Just the idea of Winston, though, is something that I think is phenomenal. If you don't know, he is the scientist who made the technology that allows Tracer to go back in time. He wears glasses, he's very polite and kind, and all of a sudden, with the flick of a switch, his ultimate comes up. You start knocking back people everywhere. You get this primal rage going on, and people don't know how to deal with you. He goes from the nicest person you'll ever meet to, like, an alpha male that will rip the jungle apart to get to you. Look at this, look at this. I was owning so much on Winston at the enemy team trying to bring out 1-2. I just pop my ultimate and start pushing this motherfucker around. I need to show him who the boss is, and I knock him off the map there at the very end, but you don't get to see it. That was a victory, very well earned. Very well earned. You guys didn't hear any of our comms here, but we were coordinating everything so well. Ruicon and Moxus, you get to see Rui's really not astounding play of the game here, but we were coordinating so well. They were holding down the middle. I would come back, get a region orb, and then hop off again to save the day somewhere else. But they had the middle on lockdown, and I would just come back to help. Great game. Great character. I love Winston. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm going to do for content with this game, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you... This is the first one I've ever made for Overwatch, being able to play it at home. Before we leave, I want to show you my ritual at the start of every game. I walk right up to the front gate of the enemy team, and I just let them know who it is. Because it's Winston. Have you seen his glasses?